What's going on?
Hey, everybody!
Welcome. Okay, so I know y'all just finished watching the show. We didn't get to see the show yet, so we about to watch it and react live with you guys. Okay?
Live!
Shout out to Gwendolyn. Good evening, ladies. I've been waiting for this review. It better be some juice in here, okay? It better not leave us hanging. It better not be lackluster. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my God.
Like, it better be worth watching. This season seems like it's been so freaking long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does.
So we're gonna watch this, and I did see some extra stuff. I saw Morgan's interview with Carlos King.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He did an interview with Morgan, and that was good. However, Carlos really likes Morgan, so I feel like he was a little bit biased because he was like completely Team Morgan, which is cool. But it was a good interview. She cleared up a couple of things.
Okay.
Whatever. So yeah, and
then
then there's rumblings about, obviously if Kayla and Blue were in a fake relationship.
Yeah.
And then what was the last thing that Cynthia and Anthony there was a question of
whether
they broke up or not. So I don't know.
I don't know either, but we're excited to get started with this. Listen, I'm so glad you guys have come to join us. There was one other thing I want to say. Yeah, I have a whole picture of Morgan in my head that I've been thinking about this actually. Yeah, it's a lot. We'll talk about it as we go, but it's just like if she's maybe she's not making this up in her head, but when somebody does things like that, it's like a countdown to something else like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't make her too mad. And then it's just like, oh shit, is she too mad?
So in that Carlos King video, she did say that before she did the net thing, she said to herself, listen, if you do this, then you crazy for real. So she realized.
Listen, and you know what? I've had that conversation with myself and have come immediately to your house afterwards. Hello, she knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And so here we are today.
Oh my God, that was a funny situation.
Listen, we've all done things. We've all done things that we've gotten away with, and it's fine.
Nobody will ever know. So
anyway, all right. With that said, let's go ahead and start watching the show.
Oh my God.
Yo, this show is hilarious. Oh, I saw Kamisha had put up some stuff about she's doing like a Love Awards, and I was like, oh, who was the best dressed? I want to say it was Marcia, but I couldn't remember what Mercedes was wearing.
I gotta think about that, because are we talking about best dressed on the reunion or
I think it was. I was thinking.
I gotta go look at her,
but I'm not really sure. I hate to see people crying. I think she is really crying. She's not fake crying. So
no, I think she really liked Tony. But he wasn't first on her list. He did something to make her feel like, oh, let me add him to the list.
He's horrible, yo.
Why?
First of all, because he's single. A purple velour suit. Is that velvet?
Let's not forget he's an Aries.
Is that velvet?
He doesn't give a fuck.
Bro, he got the little sly smile.
He might be a Q.
Oh, I could see that.
No comment.
I could see that. I'm totally speculating here, but.
All right, I'm ready. I need an eye drop, baby. Where the best
Look at Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking like Frozen out here.
She really looks like a cartoon character, but it's not. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I just with the white hair and the white dress, it's like she looks like a character.
Only certain people could pull that off, though. She's pulling it off, but.
Oh yeah, she definitely looks good.
Only certain people could do that.
Yeah.
When I sent them on a ready to love getaway, well, things kind of got.
Andre looks ridiculous. I'm sorry. He has on like a little boy blue suit with that ponytail on the top of his head.
Man, we gotta
with knickerbockers on. Like,
hey, Mr. Knickerbocker,
and I did not say the word.
We like the way that you boppity bop. That was some Barney. Look.
Also, somebody said that, I think it was Morgan, that Mark Anthony was the most beautiful man she's ever seen.
You need to see more men.
Mark Anthony is cute, but
no, he's a good-looking guy, but he wasn't the most beautiful person. Like, come on, man. There's been several.
And she said she really did like Linda, even though people were saying.
I can't even sit here and list all the beautiful men that I'm thinking of because production is here, but come on, that's not the most beautiful man I've ever seen. You are a beautiful man. But I'm just saying that, like, I'm not going to start the list, but, you know.
It's a whole bunch of people that I will put before Mark Anthony, unfortunately, even though he's cute. Like,
Yeah, he is. He's a good-looking guy.
yeah, no shade. I was like, that's a reach.
The longer I sit there, the more it's going to escalate. So I decided to remove myself. And if they decided to go outside and fight each other or cut each other's heads off, that's fine. I don't want to be around it.
Yo, Cynthia's a real one.
That's when I think she decided, oh, this family is not going to make it.
Yeah. She was just like, yeah, I'm not going to look stupid for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she did have a connection with Anthony. Well, she liked Anthony, too. Morgan did.
Did she?
Yeah, but she said that she realized that he would have never picked her. Not like that,
wow.
but like she realized the type of woman that she is. He wouldn't be having
Yeah.
Anthony. So they had a.
I feel like
She said
she
that
knows that she's a little bit high maintenance or
Yeah.
something like that.
Or she. Well, yeah, I guess you could go with that word. But
I mean, I don't know. I don't say high maintenance, but I think certain people have different needs. Some people need attention. Some people need affection. Some people need reassurance. And I feel like Anthony's not really about all that.
mm-hmm.
I felt like it was that moment that you had to make a decision. You know, for some people, it's strengthening.
I don't even remember
For
what
some people,
Andre looks ridiculous.
He's got
He
one.
looks like the dude in the
Slippers. Like, not like.
What is the product with a little boy in a suit just like that? It has to be some ice cream or something, or some milk. I don't know.
Bluebell? No, that's so funny. I actually feel like he got that suit tailored to him, which is weird because it's not a real suit. It's like, it's a real suit, but no, maybe he didn't because the arms look a little tight.
No, it probably wasn't the wisest
It's getting out later.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
just from my perspective, because I thought we were all going in trying to decide. I'm not talking about you. I was the only one trying to figure it out. We got it.
Speaking of you trying to figure it out,
Yeah,
how do you feel when Tony says that you are hounding
I
Morgan?
knew I was.
They're talking about the retreat.
Mhm.
But on top of that, I had understood like how difficult this was for Morgan, and the last thing I wanted to do was make her feel uncomfortable. Like walking in and seeing us playing pool, we weren't fighting for her affection.
Right.
But after she left the table and started crying, it was, it was like, yeah, this is really affecting her. You know what I mean? It's tough.
All right. So let me ask you this.
Yeah, that's
discussion at the dinner table.
Oh, give Morgan a break.
The mind change about your connection.
It just made it even harder, because
Well, I will say this: Blake does look good and crisp up there. Okay,
Yeah.
I will give him that.
Yeah.
That let me know it was not just
Blake has good hygiene.
but
He
he and
looks
I
like
shared
he
a
has
lot of
good
time
hygiene.
together, Tony.
Right.
And I feel like I gave him maybe too much grace.
Blue looks like he could possibly have good hygiene too, but he's
Do you get that from him?
but he looks clean right there. Andre doesn't look.
I'm not
fresh
saying
to
he
me.
doesn't look
I'm talking
clean.
about right now. Like look at him and look at Andre. Not saying that Andre's not fresh, but like it's something about how a person puts themselves together to make them look.
Ooh, she said you weren't distracted because you
Yeah.
weren't there.
But I'm not upset with you, so stay in your lane. No, I wasn't talking about you. You should stop. No, you should stop because I had nothing to say to you. I'm not your issue, sis. I didn't say you were. Why are you still talking? Angry. Marcy, girl, shut up. I ain't got time to shut up, but I'm not shutting up. Oh, Lord.
Okay,
What's
this is
going
gonna
on?
get weird.
She's insane.
Because, like, what do you say after that? But I'm not shutting up. So you have a lot to say. I get where she's coming from, though, because don't tell me to shut up.
I'm not even talking to you, sweetheart. Oh, okay. Well, you're looking at me on my feet. I wasn't looking at you. You want me to look at you, but I wasn't.
Imagine how long that probably took.
This nothing is going on.
Like 20 minutes.
Through this without women arguing with each other.
Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. We good. We roll. We got it.
Not that.
Okay.
That's it, sweetheart.
Right,
It seems
Thanks,
like
bro.
that getaway still carrying a lot of heat, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
man.
Next, we're talking to Andre about his love journey.
So he do got a little jump in the back. Remember we used to do
I'm sorry.
a flip? remember you used to go to hairdresser. Like I remember this myself. Like where you used to get like, okay, slick it down in the front, but then do a flip in the back. And Andre has the equivalent of that.
Listen,
Does he have a hairstylist, or is he doing that himself?
But
in the mornings, like
sometimes
how do I want to feel
when you dress a certain way, you gotta do it a certain way.
You gotta do it all the way.
I think that in this case, he probably should have had like some cornrows or something, like some type of
something. Well, I don't know.
Like some, I mean, they do invisible.
He doesn't seem like a cornrow kind of guy. He seems like
in the Forbes.
Do they do sister locks for men?
Probably. They call brother locks.
Something like that. Like the skinny ones.
They're called brother locks. I'm serious.
Oh, for real? Yes. I've never seen those.
I could let me Google it.
I can see him doing something like that because I mean, but look, I ain't hating him like
no, but it's nothing for you right now to take your hair down and twist it in some coils, right? Stringer coils, and then style it with the bobby pins and make it go back and do whatever it needs to do.
Yeah, but he's exploring his inner.
I feel like he had cornrows in the Forbes article he was in.
So, what do you think about this first little segment? I have some thoughts.
I think that a lot of people. I think that some of the people look good. Blake looks good. Like Blake looks the crispiest. Morgan looks good. I think Janae looks good. I think all of them look good, but there's some people that stand out. As far as like, I don't know what scenario, like what is the word? The sequence things are happening because Owen has a tendency
you
to
never
put
know
wherever the hell they want to put them, but I just imagine that conversation with them going back and forth.
Like, look,
I went on for longer than
it had to, and I feel like, you know, there's these weird conversations that happen like on these sorts of shows where no, like they're not really beefing with each other, but you just caught them in the wrong energy. Oh my gosh, they do have brother logs. That's hilarious. I feel like people could get caught in the wrong energy. You're having a conversation that's leading one way, and then someone else chimes in, and now you're like sort of semi-beefing with them, but there was no beef. So
also, let's keep in mind that they have seen no clips at this
time.
Yes,
this is different than any other one.
You don't know who knows what. Because in situations like this, you know what I mean? Like,
and there's reacting to the clips from the show, from the season, for the very first time. I'm thinking,
but they didn't show them. They didn't get to see any of the clips.
So now they're all together.
Okay, so let me
take
that back. Let me take that back. I know
that's what it seems like.
They did this before they even aired the show, which means I don't even know if they had anything to show them.
Because the normal way things go with these reality shows is that you film the show, several weeks pass, you see the show's production and you see the outcome with everybody else. And I'm sure if you like have an executive producer sort of position, like you can see previews and stuff before that. But like on a regular reality show, the way it goes is you see the show with the audience and you're at home reacting, tweeting crazy,
like
right?
And
getting in Twitter beefs. And then you shoot the reunion. So now you have, and not even like before the entire show airs, but like maybe episode like 5 or 6.
That's
right.
when they usually do it.
And then you come back and then you can
because they get to see a little bit of clip. So I don't even know what they would have to find out from one of the cast members. I don't know what footage they would have had ready if they filmed it right. Like they filmed it before they even aired it, which means they could have not even been finished editing it because this was back in like November or December timeframe or something that they filmed this reunion. And so they filmed the show in the summer. So I don't know. That's a good question for one of the cast.
Also, you know, something had crossed my mind. I'll save it for the next segment. Well, I don't know. Yeah, let me see what's happening here.
Tony's trying to talk to Morgan. She was cute.
Marcia is too smart for that.
Yeah, no. Cynthia looks cute too. I mean, Anthony looks good too.
Anthony looks good, but he was like a sleeper. Like I definitely was not looking at him, and I forgot he was on the show for like at least an episode. I was like, oh, who's that?
He pulled a Phil. He creeped in from the back and had 3 connections.
Oh, yes, he did pull a Phil, for sure.
My first impression of Cynthia, I was like, wow. The only thing I really saw was that color green.
you know what I mean.
And she got a great
Remember,
ring.
that's when I'm with you, I'm not seeing anybody else.
I think this is their first time seeing this footage.
So yeah, they had show them some clips. So these are the clips they got to see.
But I think they're seeing them real time. They may have seen them previously. I don't know.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Real time would be back in December when they filmed the reunion before the show aired. So yeah, nothing had aired, but they got to see these things.
Okay.
Alright, that's too much for you,
I need baby bite.
Alright, I'm ready. Baby birthday.
This voice.
I need baby bite.
It's like weird. It's weird.
Look at Anthony. Oh my gosh.
But men love that shit. Men love that stuff.
Somebody get fed every year every season on Ready to Love.
That's a weird kiss. Look at how he's kissing her. He's not even. He's like he
You're
was
like, oh,
drinking
for
from a
real?
water fountain.
Super strong connections.
Cynthia was like, oh, for real? What's happening?
And Cynthia, what drew you so close to these ladies?
What drew me to Jeffrey was just that initial attraction.
Oh.
It's just like immaculate.
Okay.
And then after that, we started.
So you wanted to
speaking,
hit.
I noticed that we had a lot of time. And as I get to know more,
Don't they
I
all?
saw the softer side of her.
Indeed.
I saw who she really was. For Cynthia now, she kind of caught me off guard.
You saw Cynthia walk in.
Yeah.
What happened?
First of all, she was very gracious. That goddamn Dre, know he live on that surface.
Cynthia, was Andre somebody that you noticed when you
Damn.
first
She
walked in?
just capped it.
Yeah.
No, I was cockeyed when I first walked in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I was looking at more than one.
What I say?
What I mean by that is when I first walked in, I was just nervous, right? So
Okay.
I just didn't notice
Okay.
anyone.
All right.
Just
We
notice how
didn't notice Andre.
Him and Tony rushed to me.
No.
I said, no.
She rushed to me.
Oh, this guy.
No, that was a fact because Blake called him out for it when he was sitting by. I think he was sitting by Marcia or Johnny. He was like, "Look at Andre trying to be the first one." I do remember that
No, it never really bothered me.
because I was like, "Blake, stop hating."
I was okay with allowing everyone to go through their process. I always been elegant.
How did it feel to be stuck in this love triangle?
To be honest, Tommy, I've never been in this situation before, dating multiple women.
Yes, you have. Shut up, Andre.
This nigga look crazy.
Roxy is not happy.
To me, it was like a tug of war because, I really liked both of them. I felt like I was still undecided, and it made me look like I was still playing the field, which I was not. I was seriously interested in both.
Anthony, were you
Me not know. Me not know.
that Andre had with Cynthia?
No. Honestly, we two different people, two different personalities, two different lives. I feel like a person's gonna go where they wanna go, that it's their life. And if it was him, then it's gonna be him. It's gonna be something him. But she had to make that decision.
What's for you is what's for you.
Yo, his beard almost looks glued on.
What made you
Like, I hope
They be
that's...
doing that. Corey did that last year. I thought it was a Corey from the DMV season. He was doing this. He did his own show of going on dates,
Trusted that.
but he had this period of time he had this beard.
I think he cared.
I thought it was real. This thing comes out and says that it was fake.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
doing an experiment or
I
whatever.
can't be
I was
mad
like,
because,
he got me.
you know, women and our hair, we do wigs, we do weaves, we do whatever we want to do. And I can't be mad at a guy for having this fake beard.
Oh, wait, they doing it. They be doing lots.
Don't even apply. Yeah. I shouldn't have to be held in the fire because the fathers aren't present in their lives.
I saw a lot of things
Why not
that
though?
she could improve on, which I actually never questioned much about those parts as much as I questioned about other things.
Don't make me feel bad for telling me was there nothing more that I could have done to force a man to be in their child's life. And I was looking at Dre in that finale. I meant everything, so it was hard to have him switch on me like that. It was almost like night and day.
Where's your love life right now?
I'm single. I'm honestly, in my mind, I'm single until there's a ring on my finger.
You
I'm not
gotta...
interested. I'm not interested in sex. I'm not interested in any of it. My kids are at the forefront of everything. Put a ring on it, Rush.
That's another show. All right.
That is another show.
How about you? Where are you with your love life?
At the moment, I am dating. I'm not in a relationship, but I'm dating. I'm leaving my options open at the moment. Still searching for love.
Okay. I wish you well.
I don't really know if he was searching for
Wish
love.
you well.
Thank you.
I do. Cynthia and
He might still be hurt from that last situation because he kept mentioning that.
Yeah, because y'all smiling. Real smiling. Ear to ear.
I think they together, yo.
Well, this was back in December or November, so it really. We're talking about April.
Yeah, but I don't know. I got a different read on them. And I started watching that other show, but that was a whole thing. We're gonna have to talk about that another time. The Love is Blind.
Okay.
And I'm so into it. But I'm not all the way through it yet because I tried to do something that the universe did not agree with, which was I was like, I'm gonna binge watch and then I'm gonna watch the reunion live because I was trying to watch that live event. So I only ended up watching like 2 or 3 episodes. No, two episodes, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch the thing. And I tried to turn it on and it didn't come on, and I was like looking at Twitter because apparently Twitter is the news to me. I didn't realize it until that very moment.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
whenever
you would have skipped
down,
over the
so glad I did because the
things
universe didn't want me to do that, and now I'm into it, and now I'm really
because you have to
understanding
see
more.
how this person connects with this person,
right?
So they told this person this first or whatever.
So I feel like certain things happen to the world so that they.
I heard the live reunion sucked though, but we'll talk about that later.
Certain things, and I'm sorry, world. Certain things happen to every one of y'all because God is trying to show me something. And I think that was the case with COVID, unfortunately. Sorry, everybody. And then I also think that was the case with the whole live thing going bad. But anyway, all that to say, listen, let me go back to this situation. I feel like Andre thinks he's looking for love, but he's not really looking for love. But I did think he probably got a really good read up close on Jeffrey, and he probably is really accurate because I haven't heard him say anything that was like completely asinine and like ridiculous as far as like he is ridiculous in some ways, but he hasn't said anything ridiculous. So I have every reason to believe that he's playing with us using his fashion, and then everything else is like real. And I think that's how he lives his life. And that's my read. But also though, it's like I think maybe now Jeffrey's getting it, but like these are the same things, ironically, that were brought up by Simone. And after this was aired and after this was recorded and all that, and she was
that
still
might be
defending
why
other things
a little bit too, because
like she was still defending her. Listen, nobody was saying she's a bad mom or anything.
No, but listen, she's always gonna do that. Like this was back last year. You know what I'm saying? So that probably stung her when Simone did that because it was like,
it was like, oh, everybody's saying that.
Us talk about it or whatever, see that he did question it or whatever. So I don't know, but I don't know. Like I don't know where everybody stands right now anyway. Like I don't know if they're still together, they broke up. I don't know about Anthony and Cynthia, but I did see my Afro Mama had a video that talked about it, but I didn't get to watch it, so I gotta see.
I feel like it's not wise to come on a reality show unless you have something to promote and sell, because you're gonna only just expose your life. You know what I'm saying? You're exposing your life.
See, but that's
for
what they're
people's
doing,
opinions. But like you should come out with something too. So if you're just there, like don't go on TV just trying to find love or something like that.
So then that's contradictory to us wanting to find love, because if you want people to come on, if you want them to come on, if they only have a product to show, then you're gonna get people or something.
Like with their music, Caleb.
You're gonna get people who are trying to just make things happen.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I gotta go back on
that.
I'll defer on that statement. I'll hold on that. Let me put a pin in that, and I'll come back to it.
I missed what you said, but that's what I'm saying. You should have something to promote, though.
I think so. It's never a bad idea to have a little product or something on the side.
But don't do it because of
that.
by
the way, I'm an Avon lady or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that dress. Marcia's not playing around with her hip out. That is not a
You can't even
geriatric hip.
hear their argument.
Sorry.
No, you good. But they are really going back and forth.
The next minute is to shut the F up. But you know what, sweetheart? I know the pill is fake, but I still ate it. Because I'm a green women, baby. That's why that escalated. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
yeah. It was unnecessary.
Welcome back to the Ready to
What
Love
was that?
reunion.
Okay.
Tony may have been Mr. Smooth, but that didn't mean his journey
Oh,
didn't
that's
have a few bumps in the
That's
road.
new.
Uh-oh. Watch this.
Yeah, you have to blend up with no taco meat. That's all that matters.
That's a little dry.
Yep, the ladies like you, do what you gotta do. All the ladies love Tony.
Sound like she's up babysitting. Oh my God.
See, he got a purple in there too. I feel like
Yeah, he is a purple guy. Yeah,
Or he's
yeah.
a- or
He's
he's a
never.
Let's bring it on.
Yeah.
We got some one-on-one.
Yeah, it definitely been great.
It's good that I want to know more. That's the key. Even though I have my concerns about him being like player, I'm like sucked into his web.
It's a beautiful process. I'm
I
really
feel
enjoying
you.
it. Beautiful women, specifically you.
Not about him, but like I feel how that could happen. With
She's like, oh, wait, not about him, but
I mean, like I could just see him a mile away. Like I feel like I know what his cologne smells like. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh yeah, there's that guy. Yeah, I'll take another drink. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like
Look at your face.
every woman should see him from a mile away.
Let's back it up to day one. When you had your entanglement with Natasha, you know,
Wow, you just want to throw down on me right now.
I'll be damned if I look like the stupid one.
see.
Well, I'm watching you.
Okay.
You don't have a green light.
I don't know what that means.
That's a yellow light.
Okay, sweetie.
Okay, sweetie.
We're gonna start with you, Tony.
Mm.
You give the impression to the ladies as being so smooth.
I was raised by all women.
Mm.
And
Fact.
it's just my personality, my
You know how to
persona.
talk to ladies.
Yeah, I know everyone called me a player, but I don't think so. I think it's just a way I speak.
You
and
know how to
present
handle
myself.
multiple women.
Yeah.
Because I'm here.
Correct.
Sometimes until he
On top.
gets caught up.
Ah,
He was just like landing on thick. But
Yeah.
I can't deny that out of all the guys, Tony let me be me.
all right,
Hmm.
Tony. We're gonna address the
Respect.
elephant in the room. The rules. You had something going with Miss Natasha
Mhm.
after Natasha's journey came to an end.
Mm.
Oh, be quiet, be quiet.
Come on, Pastor.
Tell me about that.
Me and Natasha went out a couple of times. We talked. We had a great conversation. She's an amazing woman, and we had a great time with her. That's what it was.
But when Natasha left this process,
Mhm.
you were then putting attention into Morgan.
At the mixer, me and Morgan had a great conversation, but it wasn't that deep with me and Morgan yet.
Tasha, what made you
Man, it so sucks when people get voted off the first day.
He was still
I
in
think
this
it's a blessing in
process.
disguise.
He and I exchanged numbers, so we ended up talking that night, and I didn't see any reason to rule it out. Once I confirmed that there was a connection there, then it was time to have that conversation. He asked me, did I want him to leave the show? And I said, the reason why I'm not going to do that is because I wouldn't want you
He
to
was
tell
gonna
me
leave the
to
show
leave.
for her?
So, if
He was
Natasha
never.
was
Okay.
someone
He asked her. He was to review the facts. This is not. Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
But you asked her.
Guys, we gotta rewind that a little bit.
I'm not gonna.
I gotta hear that.
Any reason to rule it out.
I did it
Confirmed that
successfully.
there was a connection there.
Scared.
And it was time to have that conversation. He asked me, did I want him to leave the show? And I said, the reason why I'm not going to do that is because I wouldn't want you to tell me to leave.
So,
Yeah.
if Natasha would have said, yes, I want you to leave this journey,
Uh huh.
you would have left.
I don't know about that.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know about that. Yeah, I just said it because that's what you're supposed to say. He didn't give a damn.
Tony, with regard to being the player, is the intention. He just ghosted me. He blocked me on social media. I just never heard from him again.
Slander.
She might got receipts, so shut up.
Where
She got a point.
said, number one,
Mm.
you knew the deal. You knew I was.
They are not smashing. You don't know if they're
And
smashing.
The reason we stopped talking,
Can you?
well, let's keep it all the way to 100 is
Production is the fourth wall,
producers
right?
that,
and I slept together.
Wait. Oh!
Do you eat Chipotle?
Right away.
Oh,
Yeah,
does he eat
he
chicken?
was looking for clout or
If it doesn't have seasoning
to
on
blow
it.
everything up.
Oh,
or
is it just
what-
It
rotisserie
does.
chicken?
No, it's
You know, I was
Chipotle.
wasn't gonna give
Oh,
that
nah.
Tasha.
Yeah, he got
So
some
what I decided to do
treats
was
on
not
there.
Can he eat? He
respond
can't
to
eat grapes.
text.
No.
No, those are tacos.
Okay, so never mind.
Those are
First of all,
fatal.
there were no
I lied.
IG messages. It was
Sorry.
one text
You can eat
message
peanut
where
butter.
she was checking on you because people were
If it
saying
doesn't
that
have,
Oh,
it
never
has to be
mind.
real natural.
Damn, yo, vegan
They
ass.
can't eat a lot of different
I
spices
don't
or
want.
anything.
I don't want to hurt you. Look at your cute little nose. Okay, come on.
and you still don't know anything.
Sound like Elmo.
And you know what? And we don't care because when they talk.
In this process, okay? We had our
Okay.
2 week stands. And
Two
that's
weeks.
it.
Tell everybody how you think.
What's wrong with that? Mark Anthony, hush. Hush.
Listen, I'm not coming on the reunion to assassinate anyone's character, but he was not here to truly find love. If you're
Mhm.
telling girls on the show whatever they want to hear just because you want to stay on the show, that's one thing. But it's a problem for me when someone holds himself out to be a man of God and a good father, and they're not.
Guys, we all here for one reason, right? Is to meet that special woman. So I was enjoying myself getting to know the ladies.
Come on.
It's just that, you know, I haven't found one yet. What's the difference?
Come on, you're not being who you are.
Come on, Tony. Listen, fourth wall. You gotta get yourself together. We gotta have some
At some
meetings.
point, he told me he had to complain about something, and he said that he had some relations with Natasha, and he felt like I should know. He told me to, but for what it's worth, I didn't hold it against you. Unfortunately,
Well,
he didn't.
What are the
It's
relations?
frustrating because he gets to have his cake and eat it too. It's like, oh, he's a man. It's not okay for a woman to go through this process and explore and have her heart open, and then to have men that intentionally come on to manipulate and deceive. So it's not just about fixing what he needs to fix for a relationship. He needs to get himself together.
And I think
Wow.
you are
And be the person that he
manipulator.
lays
I don't know
himself out
if
to
you
be.
realize it or not, but before Mercy went home, it was all the day you went home. He called me. You need to get this guy out of here ASAP. Like I needed to cancel him, and he needed to be off the show. He got an ego immediately.
Every man in here have an ego.
No, but not like you, sweetheart. Yours is the size of this room. But for him to say that, what kind of manipulating mess is that?
Can I just chime in? 'Cause I heard my-
Go ahead.
Jeez, sir.
I never tried to get you off the show. I always spoke highly of you.
Good job, Linda.
Hey, Gwendolyn, he is so spoiled, okay?
Yeah. Oh, talking about.
Talking about King.
What happened in the past? Where are you right now with your
I
loved
missed
one?
a piece of
Not in a
it.
good place right now.
Rewind
Don't
it.
have any
What do you-
relationships.
Nah.
Just finding me again, man. And, you know,
Finding me
Marcy
again,
was my
nigga.
friend.
You trying to get some? Anyway.
Marcy refused to go on a date with me, so we go out during the day. And, you know, we talk and have a good time, have drinks and laugh. I appreciate that. I confide in Marcy and
I could-
yeah, we
I
have
could
a
see
good
that.
situation. What's there? Why no date?
Man,
That's enough right there. I get it.
I'm careful.
Yes, absolutely.
And I respect the process. I knew what I signed up for. So Tony dating and seeing, you know, all of us, I think we're all beautiful. I think we're very different. And we had to explore our connections. But yeah, he ain't getting no dinner date. Like we'll meet up for my pina coladas
And I respect that.
and he respected. So,
Absolutely.
Well, I will say that.
She has some standards on her. Everyone, this is what it looks like.
It's
Self-control.
not a playing field. It's not a place to come run game.
Absolutely.
For all you brothers out there,
But it is though. Well, let's talk about that in a second.
especially with our black women, because they've been holding our black asses up for a long ass time.
Oh, come on, Tommy.
Thank you. Tell him, Tommy.
Let's move on. Coming up, it's all eyes on Anthony and
Now don't get it twisted. Tommy is the same one who makes those prank calls on the Steve Harvey show, and I be laughing my ass off. But also, listen, yeah, this isn't what this was made for, but it is the prime environment for a predator to come in and feed. Okay,
But they pick the people that come on there. They do
Sure.
psych evaluations
look.
and stuff like that. Now, I was watching Sabrina Soul. Shout out to Miss Sabrina Soul. She was talking about how they do psych evals, and you have to go through this whole process to
Yeah.
be chosen, right? But she also was reminding everybody, like, they still have to cast for a show. So
Sure.
if we
Ah,
write this down,
yes.
we're like, okay, we need a villain.
Yeah.
You need the person that's over here crying. Like I think she said something like, you need the little boy that picks his nose all day. Like she went through all of the things, and it's like, yeah.
Because you're building a story.
You think that they're doing the psyche eval to make sure nobody's crazy. No, I'm trying to see who the
Build
crazy
the
people
cast.
are so that we can mix them in with the other
And
people.
see what happens. It's all an experiment. Like
It is.
It's
It
okay.
is.
So partly, so that's not exactly what I was getting at, but I do agree.
On his interview with who did he interview with? Tony interviewed, was it Rashid, right? Rashid,
Yeah, absolutely.
He seemed remorseful because he had now hit reality, and he has to have these conversations with his kids, and he has to realize that this is how I looked. You know, that's what I took from that interview.
I can dig it. Everybody
all of this was for the camera, but you know how Aries men can be. I'm gonna bravado right here, but then I'm gonna, you know what? Once I think about it, okay, you know what? I shouldn't have did that.
Listen,
so
everybody's having this whatever experience that they're involved with on camera, and I think that's a different thing because it's like you think you're having a conversation with somebody, you think you're having an experience, but it's coming off differently on camera. And it's one thing because I was telling James this last week. It's like, you know, I was like, you're really good for TV. This is what I was telling him because I was like, if I was a producer, I would love you because I know I can always count on you for a soundbite. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm trying to put a show out there. I'm trying to, you know, we need something right before a commercial. We need something to come back to. Oh, we got to pan out here. We got to zoom left. We got to do this. Like you're trying to create a storyboard and a feeling, and you're trying to evoke emotion and bring the music in and crescendo and bring it up and bring it back down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that James is always going to be my soundbite guy. So wherever I can pull something, it's like, oh, man, we need to finish this episode. This is the deadline. I know we got something from James. Go in the James file. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that one. That's good. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand the whole casting aspect of it. But I don't have sympathy. That's not a word. I don't have sympathy, unfortunately, for people who get played in certain ways because it's like you're still on Earth. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean not get played in certain ways?
So like you still have to you can't just be walking out there with like, I don't want to say it like that, but you can't just be out here like, oh, these people were curated for this experience, so I can openly trust them. It's like you're still an attractive woman, and there's still people out here looking to, you know, have their way with you. So I feel like Tony was just like a wolf, but he wasn't in sheep's clothing because why would you be expecting him to be like, why are you coming into this situation just because it's a dating show, expecting everybody to just be open and ready for love? It's almost weird to me. I know that's the name of the show, but it's like you have to have some sense of when you, and Marcia is the perfect example. It's like she's got some standards on her. She's like, oh, no, I ain't gonna do that. Like, oh, you ain't gonna catch me out after this hour, or no, I ain't coming there, or you keep that over there, type of thing. But everybody else is like, I can't believe this happened to me. It's like, I can.
See, look at Dre's hair. He's got it tamed. Andre could have done the same thing. Little Dre, sorry, I have to call him Little Dre.
Little Dre.
Let's see if it's still smooth sailing for these two.
Now,
I heard some great things about y'all.
Oh, look, they match. I didn't see that. I love a pink shirt on a man. That's a good pink shirt too. One of Anthony's aunts is shopping real good for him, okay? I'm just saying.
So what's your future look like? Smiled when you said that.
Everybody kind of gravitated to where their natural chemistry was.
And I don't want you to feel no type of way when we come to our wedding.
Was married? I think I decided on what I wanted to continue outside.
Now, the question is, are they still together?
That is the question.
You're an amazing mother, moving outside of the show, and you can do amazing things together. Cynthia.
I don't think, now that I've been entered into this world, I'm questioning whether that's a real beard or not. I don't think it is. It looks manufactured, everyone.
Oh, are you gonna watch the?
Oh, but that's a real kiss, though. I don't think I saw that. I even went back and watched the last 10 minutes, but I didn't see that kiss. But that's not a real beard. That was made of
Are
Indian
you
pubic
gonna
hair.
watch the interview with Carlos King?
What? I'm gonna watch everything.
Okay, because he did talk. They met, not they, but Morgan met Anthony before she got him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
He used to have a.
Make sure you let me see that. Like, make sure you link me to that.
Oh yeah, I'll send it
Okay.
to you. But if the beard's not real, I feel like he could have got called out for that. So let's just go with the fact that it's
Okay, we'll just call it real.
so
It,
funny.
it just looks too perfect.
He was on TV.
No, I feel like I see
better
the,
make
the
sure that
Beijing
line.
line. Nah, he
Is
got
it
some.
a Beijing
He got
line or
some.
is it cut?
He got some Clifton oils in them beard. in them
Beijing?
beard. I don't know. I'm out there. I'm messy with it. I don't think it's
Beijing
Beijing.
was like paint.
Yeah, but like right at the top, it just looks a little too perfect. But it could be real.
He could have just got his hair cut.
Hey, listen, it looks good. Whatever it is, Anthony, it looks good.
I don't know.
Getting a chance to spend some time together, you really get to know somebody outside of the journey. You know,
What is day to day?
Why she got her back to
the home.
body language
You know,
just throw me
make
off.
time for each other.
Cynthia?
Yeah, I definitely feel like when something is great, it's going to be challenged. And two people that want the same thing, they're going to stand the test of time.
So y'all talking
They must have just had a
y'all
fight.
currently Still dating? Don't nobody know.
It's certain things about Anthony that I've never experienced, and it's a growing process. for
Oh,
me.
what is that?
There was times when we was going through our challenges, I didn't handle it correctly. Well, I didn't handle him correctly.
Mm.
And going through this journey with Anthony, I realized that I was emotionally unavailable.
Really?
Mm.
Man, that's a lot.
Wow.
Kind of like
I'm
took a
shocked.
step back because that's best. To
Because
be
she
the
seemed like
best
she was so
woman that
healed.
I can be for Anthony because he is a great guy and he deserved that. And I want to do that for him.
Mm.
Anthony, how do you feel about that decision?
I think it was a very mature thing. We're all gonna have our flaws, you know what I mean? So it just depends on how we tackle it, acknowledge it, and we work on it.
Get to it, Anthony. Damn.
Hey, Miss P. I'm sorry, B Miss O. You changed your name to Timo, and it kind of throws me off. Hey, B Miss O. Girl, we just in here
That's what's
watching this
up.
replay of this show.
Ooh.
I will, babe. I will.
Hopefully she does what she said she's gonna do. That's what he said.
Said I will, babe. I will.
Yeah, I'm shocked about that.
I'm not. It's very mature. I've never witnessed it.
No, I'm shocked
But-
about that because she didn't seem emotionally unavailable on the show. Everybody felt like she was the
Yeah,
most
that she was
healed,
so
she was the most
open.
genuine. Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked about that.
I'm shocked that they took a step back. You're gonna be our co-host today.
Maybe because she was emotionally available for other people.
No, that is all of
No, listen. Maybe she was emotional available
Anthony
for
is
other
one of my
people,
top connections.
and she's a
So
nice
I
person
think
giving.
you're
When it comes
your
to being in a
journey is
relationship,
just
and
a
you know
journey,
this,
but
Yeah.
because you're married,
and
it's really
It's a
different
lot
when it's
different.
one-on-one.
You know what? Let me say.
So she can be nice to everybody,
She's
but
but
not
on
to.
the date she seems so like
I thought she was emotionally
you know
Yeah, this
available.
is what I'm saying,
B Miss
Tommy.
O said,
It's no way I would have said that
Cynthia
either, Tommy.
But for her to say
I
that,
believe that she was changed.
for her to say that on TV, she starts to
But that's what's
develop
up though.
emotional intelligence.
Thank you.
You look beautiful.
They do look beautiful.
They do, and I actually
And
like
Tommy
it.
was like,
He's
that's what
grateful.
Tommy just said. Tommy was like, I wouldn't have noticed. I wouldn't have thought that about y'all if I had to make a bet type of thing. He didn't say
Nah,
if I
but
had to
then
make
the
a bet,
body
but-
language just throwing me off because why is her
Yeah,
back to me?
her back's
You know
to
what I'm
him.
saying?
Because
And
even
you know
if she
we're on
was
TV,
working
why you
on
doing
it,
this?
and I do agree that she. Listen, here's the thing. When she broke down with Andre and was admitting that, like, I don't know how to be, whatever she said to Andre, it was something like she didn't know how to like let her guard down or something like that. That's what I translated it as. I was like, oh, that's so like feminine and inward, and so wow, she's really breaking through walls if that's what she's describing, and she's here now. But like it's a constant struggle for somebody who's like an independent person and like had to like grow up and like fight and you know what I'm saying, and like hold your own and not like I had to fight or whatever, but it's just like when you grow up and you have an independence and you are just, you know, just going through life and everything like that, especially as a Black woman, you're gonna have a barrier, like a layer of like protection.
First of all, if you have to do this shit by yourself at any point, you're gonna have some type of what you here for, or like, what do you? Because you're not about to cause me no extra stress.
Absolutely
like,
not.
I can do that
Like, listen, look, if you can't get past the line, you're not past the line.
But it is like a layer of hardness that some of us have to have developed for other stuff.
For survival purposes.
Yeah, but
you
like,
know, on
I
a job, you know, in the you went in the military, like
for us,
it's
like,
just even walking down the street, everybody.
Even before you
like,
get to work,
you get accosted on the street if you don't have a certain look on your face.
All of the things that go through our minds, certain people cannot relate to how we have to, you know, things are going on with our kids, how our kids are being viewed, you know, whatever's happening or whatever. But I didn't look at it as her being like that, being like, oh, I didn't believe what she said when she said that to him. I thought she was saying it in the sense of, because I think her cutaway scene around that time was saying, you know, well, he don't even know who to pick. Like, if he's having a problem picking, then
between me and Jeffrey,
yeah, like, what is he doing?
Yeah,
I didn't think. I think that
like
sometimes
different.
I think Cynthia has a good gift of gab, and sometimes, not saying that she's fibbing, but sometimes it's like you have to put things to dudes in a certain way because they're more sensitive than we are. So you can't just always be like, you know, nigga, you ain't shit. You know, sometimes you got to be like,
they're sensitive.
It's me. It's not you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like she looked at Andre like, oh, I gotta come at him like this because he don't even know who to pick. He doesn't even see the diamond in front of him.
Not even right.
This took me totally by surprise.
Like, you're looking at her. Like, I can see if you're looking at her, but you're looking at her. You're so elementary with this.
I think on that.
You're so elementary.
Demon Self says at least she's not wasting his time. True, but she wants who don't want her, it seems, and that is something that a lot of women are plagued with. Wanting those people who don't want you.
Wait, is that Cynthia she's talking about?
Yeah.
So I do feel like, is there anything else you can put in here?
I got some comments about this.
Oh my gosh. Do we need to have the guest star on?
I think
she gets so irritated when he jumps in,
but I think it's fun. Nobody does this. I don't do this on fourth quarter.
You can.
Will you go and put something in that glass, and then we will invite you.
He takes such good care of us. Okay, like we don't gotta get up to get nothing
right here for about 4 minutes.
We got like
and talk whatever he wants to
good
talk.
production in here. Sometimes he cooks the most delicious food.
He does cook real good, y'all, and he's a great husband. If you want to come and be a guest star,
about him interjecting his thoughts.
You want to come and be a guest star? You want to come hold the peach? What's his name? What's his name? Cynthia's ex-husband. Back to Cynthia.
I want to call him James. Oh, you talking about
Cynthia? Come on, Peter. Bring him peach. That's really got him, guys. I'm gonna get a verbal lashing for that one.
So what do y'all think about Mark Anthony? They're saying that, well, I've heard it being thrown around that he's the most beautiful man they've ever seen. Like, I think he's attractive, but I don't think it's that serious. I think that's a reach.
That is a reach. I mean, we're talking about Michael B. Jordan. We're talking about, you know, what's his name from Soul Food that married the lady from Soul Food.
Who?
Nicole Park, Boris Kodjoe.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Mekhi Phifer. I was like,
no.
Come on,
get it together now. We're talking about there's a lot of people involved.
It's a lot of people, and that's not saying he's cute, but like
he's very attractive. But like the most beautiful
the dude
man in the world
that Denise from Cosby Show was married to.
Lenny Kravitz.
No, the other one. Wasn't she married to the other one too? Lenny Kravitz.
Yes, I do know what you're talking about. Jason Momoa. Now that's a beautiful man, everyone. That's a beautiful man. It took me years to realize that Denzel Washington was beautiful because I was too young, and I was
I just thought Denzel Washington was like,
it was like, but then I started thinking it was Hurricane when he played in that movie Hurricane.
I used to think he was like some old guy until I turned 40, and then I was like, oh.
When I saw Hurricane, I remember thinking like, that's what they were talking about this whole time. But I was like, before that, like I saw Ricochet and all that stuff.
Exactly,
Like,
he's cute. But I was like, most beautiful man you've ever
seen.
Like, how many men have you
Come
seen?
on,
like,
man,
cute,
you got to get out there and see some headshots or something. Like, you got to get out there in the world.
I wouldn't be getting.
Yeah, no, but
I would be getting like a book.
I just realized her dress was see-through.
I'm not willing to compromise my growth.
I was proud of her on this.
I was too.
So
I was
today,
shocked, but I
chose
was proud of her.
myself.
I felt like she told him that before, though. Or maybe not.
Thank you.
I feel like
think
they
they were
still
just
are
lusting after
dating.
each other.
Yeah, I still
I
feel
think
like
they'll
they're
be
like,
good friends
look,
with
we're not
benefits.
going
They're
to
still
make
young.
this official, but
You know, yeah.
I think
like,
they're still hanging out.
because that's what I'm saying. The end all be all is not to pick somebody. Like, there are way
Yes,
more people out
not
here.
the prom.
If you're not feeling it, don't force it. That's what I say.
It's almost as if I'm deliberating between
This
the
man
two.
up here with his little shirt open on his like
So, yeah, it was
Fabio.
difficult for me to talk to these
I
20
am
months.
not understanding what the shirt open moment is. It's not. It's forced.
It's nothing. I
It's
can see if
forced.
it was like chiseled. But
No,
it's
it's
flat.
just like
It's nothing.
straight up like bird
Chest.
chest. And
It's chest. And it's the blouse. But anyway,
I
that's
think
neither here nor there.
I think he thinks he's cooler than he is. I think he thinks he's cooler than he is.
But I can see why though, because he's probably been sweated this whole time.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
is not a bad thing, but
Yeah, people telling him he's like the most beautiful man. It's like he really he doesn't believe it because he wouldn't be wearing his mama jacket.
oh my God. I think he's cute, but I'm just
He
saying
is
like,
cute, but
What made you open up and discuss that with Mark Anthony?
I'm usually so closed off, but
Mm.
with him, it
Really?
just flows. You know,
That's
he's just
wrong.
an amazing person.
That's
And
wrong.
I'm forced to open up to my.
did you just throw up in your mouth a little bit?
So,
I just wanted to apologize
to the end of this process
for
together.
that.
And
Like he has a bra blouse.
To get into a long
Like his
distance
bra
relationship with a
is
great guy,
okay. I mean his
that could have turned
blouse.
this whole thing upside down.
She about to
The
roast his
thing
shirt,
that I
y'all.
would rather have is
I
my
feel
connection
like
with
if
Mark
you're
Anthony
not singing an R&B solo,
outside of
you
a
should not be
relationship.
wearing a blouse.
Also, his last relationship with
Usher
Frederickson Daniels
slash.
was long distance.
Mm.
So, you know, yeah, so it's like, so
Okay.
It's literally
it's almost the same thing. Yeah, so I chose myself not because he's a bad
Okay, she
person
was
or
probably
that he's
scared
not
that
somebody
it would
I'm
not
interested
last
in or
because his
that I
last
see
one
myself
ended
being
with a flight
I just think
attendant.
that the dynamics that we had at
Being
that
long
time were
distance.
not conducive to what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But they probably got it in though.
Oh sure, they're still. I think they're still dating or whatever that is.
Still seeing each other.
Yeah.
I always pride myself on being extremely rational.
I do like that dress,
So
though.
If I'm back in New York trying to handle business and she's down here and she actually needs an anchor to stay in
Mercedes.
Florida, I'm like, well, I'm not going to physically be there for you. So I knew immediately, I'm like, that's a valid reason for us not pursuing
Mm-hmm.
a potential relationship. But in my
Sure.
head, I was thinking, like, whether we're in a relationship or not,
We gonna get it in.
That's how I always felt. Even when
I know that's not what they said, but
But that's what they meant. That's what
That's
they
what he
said.
meant.
That's what they said. Shit, that's what I heard.
And y'all friends.
Y'all friends.
I can't
Lyndon.
just be friends with Mercedes. Like, I mean, look how fine she looked. I mean, what's this happening?
They still with it.
right.
Mark Anthony really a good kisser. I'm just asking. Anthony just
Keep it funky.
They probably why would you
Oh.
ask Jeffrey that, Tommy messy ass.
It's time for our last break.
Wow, everyone.
We're doing our final check-in with
He's
Jazz.
feeling himself. You know, that's really what it's all about.
Behind-the-scene footage you won't see anywhere else. Don't move. Yeah, we got more. We'll be back.
T-Bone's hilarious. Yo, put that comment up. Oh my God, that one.
Oh my God. Because, like, I'm telling you, they seek out a lot of these people. Most of the cast was seeked out and they did not like actually fill out the application to come on their show themselves. And it's like, if you do that, you're going to get a bunch of non-connections or a bunch of like hanky-panky and shit like that because, you know, you got a bunch of people that's like, okay, well, let's just see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do
So-
think that it's a breeding ground for people to have their way with, like, you know, and I bring Tony back up for this, for this observation. Like, I don't think
It's your
Mark
client,
Anthony,
you know
my
what I'm saying?
client,
My fellow brother
but
Aries.
we are
you know?
having a conversation about what could happen if, right? And like, you know, Mark Anthony is a attractive man, but he wasn't there to like be looking for whatever he could get. He was there to like
You
find.
don't think so?
I don't think
You
he
don't
was
see
like.
him as a player either. Okay,
Like,
Tony's an older.
Let me
person,
clarify.
but-
I don't think he was looking for everyone.
You don't think he was looking?
No, I don't necessarily think he was like scrounging for it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And I don't think
he
Tony was
I think
either.
they probably was throwing
And I
it
don't
at
think
both
Tony
of
was
them.
either. But like, let me just. All right, look. Here's the best way I can put it. Right? I feel like Tony walked into the situation and he realized that like, oh, these Bamas is like, taking one at a time. I can do more than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was just like, oh, this is grounding for me. Like, I can really sink my teeth in here. Like, all these women are just open for me to just play game.
But do you not think that it wasn't like that really in real life? Like, if he's used to handling multiple women, like, it's some dudes that are used to handling multiple women and some dudes that are comfortable with it. Like, even in that season where Phil was in, Phil grew up around multiple women.
I don't
Donovan.
feel like Phil was.
But listen, all of them, the way that they handled the women, they had less pissed off women than the dudes who aren't used to. Some dudes just don't know how to handle multiple connections with women. But a dude that was raised by women is usually probably a monster in the sense of not a mean monster, but
like,
he knows
you
how to
know how to get.
He knows how to keep multiple women on the line.
This is what I'm saying. It's like if you're a hunter and you're hunting, that's one thing. But if you're just, out for fair game, if you're looking for specific things, so I think everybody was invited into this situation thinking like, okay, we're filming a show. We're centered around looking for love. Everybody take your time and get to know one another. And I feel like Tony came in like a lion. It was like, all of y'all is getting dealt with.
Why don't you think? So listen,
that's what I think he did. I think he was like, all of y'all are fair game. I'm going to run my game with all of you and see what sticks.
I don't know about that, but I do think
that's what I think.
All men are hunters. And men
sure.
This is what I'm saying. All men are hunters and men are always hunting.
I don't think all men are always hunting. I think some of them are playing their shot. I think some of them are like, let me back, or let me focus on the kill. But I think Tony was just casting his net. Like, let's see who's gonna fucking pick this shit up. Everybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think he was on. I think he was just like, I'm gonna say the same shit to all of y'all, and I'm gonna see, there's 4 of you.
Nobody said that though.
What?
Corey did that. Corey was sending changes to people. Nobody said Tony.
No. I don't think he said this. I'm not trying to say that specifically. What I'm saying is like, I think he cast his net wide. I don't think he really honed in and focused and was like, I'm interested in you and I'm interested in you.
Yeah,
and let's build a relationship. I think he was just like, I'm trying to get.
Because they're okay. So think about it. They're not meeting everybody in the same sequence of capacity.
No, but I
right?
think he was trying to get pennies.
No, but what I'm saying is, I can't say that, I'm going to put all my attention on you if I've only met 4 of you. And it's like 6 other people that I haven't met. I still got to keep my options open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men are always hunting, though. Regardless of how it looks, they're always hunting. They're always hunting. Okay?
Sure. I get that, but
some
I
are
think
just
Tony
more
was
skilled at it than others.
I think he was hunting for longer hours or something. Like, I think some
Like
people
I
were
said.
like, I think it's like let's take Mark Anthony for example. I don't think he was really casting his net wide. I think he was just like, I like you and I like you,
but that's
and I might
probably
like you.
because what he's used to being comfortable with doing. A man who was dealt or grew up around a bunch of women and knows how to handle a bunch of women, they're not going to look at it like that. They're going to always be taking applications.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I feel like your nephew's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows how to handle your grandmother. I mean, your mother.
Yeah.
At the same time. And
and he knows what to say.
Exactly.
He knows what to say. He knows what like what people are going to react to.
He
like, when you say somebody knows
feel.
how to handle your grandmother, that's a real statement because it's like, he knows what to say. This is what I said about him in the beginning. I didn't put it in those words that were so eloquent by you. But what I said was that, he's the guy in the gray suit that his mom put him in with the Vaseline on his face. And like, he came for picture day. And, that was a real janky. Who has a pool table that you can't sit on? I don't be going around sitting on pool tables, but like, that's a janky pool table. That show looked like a mini table anyway. That was a weird pool table. What
But
I'm saying, you see what
I'm saying that to
Yeah, I see
say
what you're saying
that
too.
a person like that is skilled at what they do. So
Yeah.
it's not going to look like, oh, I'm going to take one at a time. I know how to multitask and serve multiple tables.
He might be a professional at this.
He's an Aries, number one, and number two, he was raised by women.
And he has a purple velour suit. I don't think everyone out there, women, men, if you meet a man with a purple velour jacket,
He might be a Q. I don't know if Tony's a Q.
It's not even about it being a Q, but
it kind of is, because that explains a lot.
I mean, you have to have many other suits before you can own a jacket like that, because it's like, it's very specific. You have to have your basic black and brown.
I don't know. I know people who only wear
navy.
Their fraternity colors.
Mm.
I still got a lot of love for Jeffrey. I wouldn't say I'm regretful of the way.
So I don't know. I don't know that he's a Q. I'm just
pretty
you
sure
know,
everything.
I mean, I'm just saying it's very specific and pimp-like, and that is a,
Blake got
it's
on
a
purple,
very specific.
purple little handkerchief thing.
It's a handkerchief. He doesn't have a
And a
purple
tie.
velour. Like, come on, that's a very specific choice. You have many choices. This is hilarious. This speaks to the whole ordeal.
I don't know.
He looks very nice too. Blake looks nice.
Yeah, Blake is.
But he looked like somebody's best man or something in a wedding. I mean, Tony looks. Come on, if we can be
Ready to
real.
love Dallas. I've been saying
Tony
Houston.
looks a little sleazy, if you're gonna be honest. Tony looks like
Yeah, but think about it. Women, Tony has a little edge to him, and
Yeah.
that is probably what intrigues a lot of women. He's from up north, from up top. He has
Yeah.
swag. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
not
for
a
sure.
great. He's not. I'm gonna say he's not a great, but he's not like he knows that he's not the best looking dude in the room. But he knows he got swag and probably the gift of gab. Like he's used to doing this. So when he said that about an update with Katie in this way.
Enjoying life and building together, start our own foundation.
Okay.
We were like in awe, like, oh my God, I can't believe we
Sorry, I had to abruptly stop talking.
Y'all did this. Like,
wow, she lost a lot of
She
weight.
did.
Yes, I agree. And I want to thank
She
you.
did.
Will Becker, Oprah, Tommy.
Get out of that kitchen.
On the side. On the reason because I don't like to
He likes coming over here because he was like, "Ooh, a new place."
Hey, buddy.
Okay, let's turn that off real quick.
Okay.
So my thing is this: like, Tony has that edge, right? And even though he has a little touch of sleaze, like I could see how he's appealing to. What are you doing?
I love
to
him.
other
He's
people.
so
You know what I'm
fun.
saying?
You
To
make me
the
so
women.
happy.
But I didn't really get nothing out of that. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really get nothing out of that because I don't think that everything is the same present day. So
I mean, like if we're fast forwarding to present day, that's another story. But from what I get out of the reunion, I just feel like, it's obviously when you're on that show, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I still need to go back and watch the previous season so I could see, like, especially the one you were telling me about,
Season
when they were
one.
all on a resort
Season
the
one.
entire time. But I do feel like this. When you come on a reality show, especially one that's like geared to finding love, like you have to be a little skeptical and you have to be, I don't know, just you gotta be leery because all these reality shows are just out to get, their characters. Like,
but that's you
literally
thinking with your brain, right?
Yeah.
You got to realize that everybody's different. So people
Yeah.
are like, okay, if you're a naturally trusting person, you're not going to change that for a show, right? You're
Yeah.
going to probably think, oh, it's
You won't be
they're
able
vetting
to,
people,
yeah,
whatever.
for sure.
But the thing is, like I said, like Sabrina said, they're casting for a show and they're doing these psych evals, but that doesn't mean that they're trying to get all 10, 20 same people. They're trying to see, okay, well, we need a sensible person. We need a person who's going to pop off. We need a person who's going to do this. They probably have a list of characters that they have to fill.
For sure.
But the reason why I want you to go back and watch the first season is because the first season was like, genuine people who were probably looking, and there probably was a couple people that was trying to use it as a catapult to their
But it was
Stardom.
before it
But
was a thing.
it was
so
before
it's
it was
like,
a thing.
oh, sure, I'll be
So
part
it was
of this.
more genuine, and there were real connections or whatever. And now it's kind of like you do have a lot of people who come on to try to be like, you know, get that 15 minutes of fame or whatever. You don't really know if they're just staying together.
All right, so let's get
for the
into
show.
this. What do you think about Kayla coming on and talking to Blue and Blue's whole drama with this whole
with the
with
was
the
it
case?
loans? Or
Apparently,
he got
he's a
arrested for
white-collar
loan
crime.
fraud.
Yeah.
Or something like
Well,
that.
I mean, it's something that like whatever it was, it reminded me of like Apollo or Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's like a white-collar crime. It's like, okay, you know, listen, I'm not saying it's any bad or
no,
because
I think he's still in jail right now.
I do believe he is as well.
This is a federal case.
That's what I realized. But what I'm saying is, okay, let me frame my question better. People were accusatory of her coming on the show. There's a couple things in play here. They thought that Kayla was just coming for airtime, right? And then somebody had mentioned that she had a product out. I'm still wearing the sock though. Kate.
Hey, come on now.
You can't have the sock if I'm still wearing it.
You are
Look,
crazy.
They were like, she's just coming on to, which was funny. I don't mind him doing that. It was just hilarious to me.
He's a trip.
I'll literally take my sock off and give it to you. They were saying that she was just coming on for airtime and that she really wasn't in a relationship with him. And she was saying, trying to defend herself, that I don't do, you know, whatever she said. I don't know.
She was going back and forth with a lot of people on Instagram.
It was a one person though that
was like
the one that was on there with the orange dress and
she went back and forth with somebody that blogs on Instagram.
And she went back and forth with Brandy. That's what I was
She was really trying to get at people or whatever.
Then I went to go look for whatever product it was, and I think
but
she took it down, which to me is an admission of guilt. I'm not gonna lie. I love Kayla. I actually, she, you know, at one point she was my favorite personality from that season, and you know, but I will say this: when this whole thing happened last week, I was like, what product are they talking about? And then when I went to go look for it and I couldn't find it, I was like, oh, well, clearly.
I didn't even hear what she said.
So apparently she had, this is all speculation, people. I have no facts and no receipts, but this is what I heard on the street and went in search of. Okay. So they were like, oh, they meaning the internet. We're like, oh, she's just trying to sell a product. And you know, she just put out a product on her page last night.
Oh, wow.
And so I went to go look on her page to look for a product, some merch. Like maybe it's a blender or a vacuum cleaner or something that I could use.
She has like a
Let's
home
see what the
interior
quality is.
design
I could find nothing, but I could only see her responding to other people's comments and stuff. And then I was like, well, if there was a product and you took it down, which I have no evidence of, but if you did have a product and you took it down, then that would be some sort of like admission of like, or maybe not even admission, but an acknowledgement of the idea that this is inappropriate.
It was a clout chase?
That this is inappropriate. I should take this down now because I just went on TV last night and this is going to drive people to my platforms. Right. And so I took that, but there was a fictional thing because I never saw the product. Who knows if she even had a product? Now I done judged the lady for a whole product that I don't even know existed. But it's just like, this is how the internet goes. You know what I'm saying? Now I have a whole perspective of her that didn't exist before, that I'm not sure if it's real or not, but I got to move on with my day and go to work. So she's wrong. Right? Like, this is how we do these. And I don't really know. And, you know, and I don't really care. I just feel like, this is being real here. You know, I just feel like people had a lot to say and there was just, I don't know.
See, I don't really know Kayla. I was on a panel with her before, but I don't really know her enough to be like if she was telling the truth or not, because anything can happen. They're both in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it could have been real.
Happen naturally.
But the fact that he was, you know, called out for asking other castmates to fake a relationship, it just put it in a bad light. So it's Blue's fault.
Because why would you do that if you had a real relationship? Right now. So,
I mean,
so how many other people said?
But there is some fame to be gotten from hooking up after the season with another castmate. So that is a thing.
An opportunity. But did he not know that he was doing illegal things that he could be arrested for?
Oh, you're talking about for the loan part. See, I think it was.
I don't know. Maybe he thought that would never happen.
Yeah. But that's what Sabrina said too. Like, if you're going to come on TV, you have to know that your life is probably going to eventually be an open book because people are going to look at this stuff is going to come back. You know what I'm saying? And people getting, caught up for those loans.
It was a PPP loan?
Allegedly. Don't quote me on that. I just think I saw loan fraud. But I'm just saying there are a lot of people right now who got PPP loans that are now.
Oh, okay. So I made that up, everybody. So
investigated. I don't know, but overall, I didn't get anything from the reunion, other than the fact that Andre and Cynthia hit a bump in the road.
Man, that's sad to hear.
Yeah, because that's the couple I'm rooting for real.
I really want to see them together. I was so excited.
I don't know whatever that is.
I like that too. I think it might be. It's not the Northern Lights. Anyway, I really wanted to see them make it, and I hope they do. And I do appreciate that he acknowledged that she was like doing some inner work or whatever, and he's here for it. But I also feel like, she has a lot going on, and if she needs to take some time to take a step back, like, it's a lot of responsibility and it's a lot of work being in relationships. People don't really like talk about that a lot, but I'll just be real. Like, when you're in a relationship with somebody, whether it be a friendship or a marriage or a boyfriend, girlfriendship, it's like that person has needs. And if you're not like available to meet someone's needs,
I'm single, because I just don't have time.
It's like a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot, whether it's even just a friendship. I have friendships to this day, and I've had previous friendships where that didn't work out. But when people need things emotionally, and it's not to say that they're, bad people. I mean, people have iron deficiencies in
what the hell?
I'm just saying, like, people have needs. I don't think it's a problem for people to have needs. I just wanted to say that because it's just like, people have diabetes and people have things that they need things for. Like, you need insulin, you need vitamin C, you need,
I don't know where we're going.
Whatever. I'm saying this. This is what I'm saying. I got it. I'm gonna say it. I'm bringing it back, everybody. People have needs, and I don't want to make it a big deal that they have needs. I was bringing up the diabetes and things like that because it's like, that's not something that I encountered in my friendships. It's just something that, like, if you need what you need, you need what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gluten-free, you need to be gluten-free. And you don't need to apologize to anybody because you have a need. It's just that when you open yourself up and need something from someone else, it can be a lot. And I've had friendships where people need attention or people need reassurance. And it's like, well, I don't actually have time for that, but I like you. And it was great to hang out with you for these few months, but I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so especially when you're in a real relationship, people have needs. And I feel, and I say this, I don't know what Cynthia and Anthony's thing was, but like, I feel like Cynthia's got a lot going on with that ex, of hers that obviously has needs, and then her kids, and then she's obviously a beautiful woman who's keeping herself up, and she obviously has a job. So it's just like whatever she's encountering in that relationship, that's a need. It's another thing that she has to do, and that's what a relationship is. It's another
Anthony
thing
got a kid and everything. But I think that what I'm noticing too about this whole thing, like, if she like almost tapped out, I know Mercedes probably felt like, glad I didn't pick him, because she was already like, okay, you know what you're trying to, I'm intimidated, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't know, I just didn't expect Cynthia to fold like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully she
it wasn't a
completely fold, right? But I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Maybe I just read her wrong or whatever, but anyway,
I don't think you read her wrong. I think and Anthony even gave her props and was like, well, yeah, I respect it. Whatever she needs to go and do, I hope she does. And then comes back, because she even admitted some sort of like fault or whatever. I don't know what happened with them, but
I'm going to go and do my research on what's going on, because there's so many other things happening behind the scenes. The reunion, this was the last part, so now the interviews should be really, really juicy, okay? Because they should be able to talk about whatever they want to talk about right now. So
nobody should be holding anything back.
Nobody should be holding anything
and Jeffrey,
back right
you're
now.
the first one I want to talk to. Okay, I want to talk to you, man. I mean, yeah, you probably won't come on this show.
No,
but I have so many questions for Jeffrey. Remember, I started listing like 10 last time, and I only got to like 4 or 5. But I have at least 15 more, and I don't necessarily want to hear them spoken out of her face, but the questions still remain. So there's that. But anyway.
Well, so the next season is going to be in Dallas, right? So they already did Houston. Yeah. They did Houston on a resort. So when you get to, you need to watch season 1. And if anybody is out there that has not watched any other seasons of Ready to Love, please start with season 1 because that's where all the, get you hooked. We're all chasing the orgasm that we had the first year. Like it's like chasing that first orgasm and you're never going to get it back. But we want the show to be better than it is. It is interesting, but Lord, hopefully Dallas is going to bring us something good.
Season.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I didn't see the first season.
The first season had like chemistry and real connections, and whatever. The resort was also a good season. That's in Houston. That was during COVID. So they had to all be at the same thing. And I think
that why? Oh, okay.
And I like that because they didn't have to leave. They got to actually stay around each other and be around each other. And I felt like it was better. But, people don't have that much time.
Maybe that's how it should be. Because, because I've been watching that other show with them in the pods. And I do feel like you do need to be removed a little bit from your day to day in order to really experience, the experience. But anyway.
Yeah. But anyway, so they're going to Dallas. I can't wait for Dallas to happen. I didn't see what date it was. Did you see the date? I didn't see the date.
I did not, but you could Google it.
Yeah.
People, you can Google it.
I'm going to see when that comes up. But thank y'all for riding along with us and watching this reunion. I know it's a bit unorthodox, but we just wanted to be able to talk about the show while it was actually playing so that we wouldn't have to miss anything. So, there's that. Anyway,
so we're so excited. We'll be back with another regular episode next Thursday. Now that we've done this reunion review, I don't know what's happening with the with the Love and Marriage reunions. Have they aired yet?
I didn't see it.
Well, we're gonna find out, guys. There's a lot of things. I'm watching the other show that you all made me watch, which was not The Ultimatum, but the
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. I haven't even been watching Put a Ring on It because I've been so into Love is Blind. But I'm gonna actually have some commentary on that solo that I'm gonna do in my serving tea solos by the window as the old lady that I am. A part of me realizes if you've ever seen those progressive commercials where it's like you're turning in your parents because you're buying a home or whatever, and I actually am buying a home in this year, and I'm in a home buying program, and
girl, I am
turning into my parents. It's ridiculous.
I'm not.
It's hilarious. And every one of those progressive commercials that I watch, and they're like, why are you leaving a voice message? Would you consider text? I was like, oh, I could not figure out what she did wrong. It was like, hi, I'm Julie. My number is 555-5555. And then everybody was like, what did she do wrong? And I was like, what did she do wrong? And it was like, I'm Julie. Julie is me. Do wrong? You shouldn't have left a voice message in 2023. Like, what? Send a text message.
I know. I hang up on
oh my God, I've been doing wrong.
Come on, click.
Listen,
I
still got the music playing in the back of my. I don't know. That's the lie. I just went around.
I was about to say,
but I do still do some things that are unacceptable in 2023. So anyway, my whole point in saying that is that I've got a coach. No, I don't.
I do, by the way. Anyway, we'll get into that in another video.
But anyway, everybody, keep staying in tune because we're going to come back and we're going to review the shows. I've been watching Love is Blind. I have several thoughts. You're going to see tea with TT by the window, and I'm
I know
gonna
that's
tell
right.
you.
Tea with TT.
I'm gonna tell you all the old school behaviors that should be adhered
So
to.
y'all make sure that you follow D City Life Sisters. After I end this live, the description will, the channel link will be in the description below, because that's where our Thursday night lives are gonna move to, and we're also gonna have like separate. What do you want to call it? Like she's gonna have her. Yeah, we're gonna have separate commentary on different things, because sometimes we don't have the same opinion.
Oh, for sure. We come together and we tell each other that, but we also have other, for sure, and we also just have other opportunities to express our opinions.
Yeah, and we're gonna add some other shows as we go along. So grow along with us. Hey, Gwendolyn, shout out to Confessions.
Hey, Gwendolyn.
Confessions, you have to give Love Is Blind a chance, but you gotta watch it on one day where you can binge something or whatever.
Let me just tell you, it's very emotionally
she said,
triggering.
Carlos takes breaks. Love and Marriage DC.
I don't understand what that means.
Gwendolyn,
Carlos
you'll have to
takes
explain
breaks.
your last comment to my sister right now.
Carlos takes breaks. I don't get it, but you're gonna tell me what it is, and I'm gonna be there with you. Because, like I said, I'm turning into my parents. Anyway,
I rebuke that. Okay.
Oh my God,
I'm not having it. Look how
wait, she said something.
You see how he looking at you?
What season do y'all suggest? So he's definitely like
Look
the
how
bougie
he
dog.
looking at
You know, I've seen this.
Paul's
It's
like
like
this,
he's
like he
on
just proper and
Dynasty or something. It's like he's
I wonder
posh.
if he can understand everything that we're saying. He's like,
I always think that about Buttercup. So, like, just full disclosure, and we're not talking about this, but I'll just say that I always think to myself a couple of things. It's like, what if my cat? What?
You hear him whining in the back of his throat?
I didn't hear.
Look away, and then listen. See, he understands what we're saying.
I don't hear it
because he knew the fuck to stop. Because I said, listen. Anyway,
I think that I always think to myself, like, my pet's gonna come back in another life, or like, what if your pet changed places with you or something, and then they got to own you for a day, and like, do you treat them right? And then I also think, like, what if my pet could talk like to TMZ or something about me? So I always treat Buttercup in the right way, except when she tries to jump on the counter, and then I have to spray her with this bottle right here. And that's right, I have it close because it's just water in here, and she knows when she sees it, so it's time to play, not to play games. You heard her? She was like, ah! I don't even gotta spray her, y'all. She already knows she's in the bottle. It's real.
I can just pick anything up and go, ksh, ksh, and my dog will run. But I treat him
anyway,
good,
guys.
so.
This is not even what we're here to talk about, but look out for different things that we are going to be producing and putting on our channel. Very excited to do this live reunion review.
Are you talking about For Love Is Blind? If you're talking about For Love Is Blind, I would just pick one or wait till the new season comes out.
Just started with
I haven't seen all of them. I just seen this most recent one, and I think I watched I used to watch it when it very first came out or whatever. But
look, I would just start with this last one because I literally tried to do something that I shouldn't have, and the universe corrected me. But I was like, oh, they're having a new thing. They're going to do this live reunion, and I want to see that. So I had watched like 2 or 3 seasons. I had watched like 2 or 3 episodes, and I was like, I'm just going to watch the live. And then I tried to watch the live, and it didn't come up.
So they were having technical difficulties.
Clearly.
But I heard a lot of bad reviews about the Netflix live review. And some people were even saying, like, you know, fuck that. We don't want no live review. Give us the pre-recorded stuff where they can, you know, where things just roll. Because certain things just need to be taken out. But they had the live review, but they had one couple. Have you finished watching it yet?
No, I'm only on like season 6. Or I'm only on like episode 6.
So we'll just say the live review.
So upsetting.
Man, it wasn't hitting on nothing from what I heard. So
did you see it?
I watched.
Okay, don't tell me. Why did I ask?
Let me say this. I tuned in about an hour and a half after it had already started because I was watching something else. And it was a little slow. We need the pre-recorded so they can, you know.
I tried to watch it straight away and it didn't work out, and I realized that I shouldn't have tried because it was not worth it.
Okay, Gwendolyn said he takes breaks from his shows, then comes back on for the reunion. Okay, so that's why we haven't seen the reunion yet, Gwendolyn, because I kept thinking that I was missing it, but the last episode was like March 25th. Am I correct?
I don't know the date, but it was a long time ago. I mean,
I
because
feel
we
like
ended
it was
on
the
some
25th of
drama.
March.
It was some drama for your mama.
So
and
I
then,
didn't know that, Gwendolyn. Okay, so that's good to know. So that's what she was saying. He takes breaks and then it comes back on before the reunion. So
whichever.
whatever. He had time to interview Morgan though. You know what I'm saying? Which that was a really good interview. So you got to watch that. If y'all haven't seen Carlos King interview Morgan, watch that. She dropped a little bit of tea. And I'm going to be on the lookout for the other interviews that surely have to be coming up to give us the answers that we didn't get on the reunion, because I don't know, maybe I'll watch it over again, but it didn't hit on anything for me. Okay, so it's a mid-season break.
Oh, whatever, but it's the end of the season. I gotta tell you,
we don't need
that's
those.
weird
Okay,
about
we don't
this
need
right
those.
here when I see this over here after we break. But listen, guys, we're gonna be here for you, and we're just as confused as you are about these reality show mishappenings, and I'm gonna tell you more about it because even though I'm 2 days younger than my sister, I'm very much an old woman, and we're going to talk about that as well. And Tea with TT. I don't know what day it's going to be.
With
Maybe it should be
motherfucking
Tea with TT on
TT.
Tuesdays.
Okay.
I should put my Cosby sweater on.
Tuesdays. Yeah,
Look,
your ass
I don't
old
want
as shit
I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but like I have a Cosby sweater that I wear sometimes when I feel cold. I call it a Cosby sweater because if you watch the Cosby Show, you know about Cosby sweaters. But I'll sit there and I got my little teacup and I'm just gonna tell y'all the tea from
I think you should do it. I think
my
you should
old
do it.
ass perspective.
I think you should do it.
Even
and
though
stop calling
I'm
yourself
2
old,
days
but I
younger
think
than
should do
you,
it.
I'm old. I'm an old
I do
person.
think you should do it though. I think
Yeah,
you should do it because you never
I
know.
have some
somebody-
ideas. Yeah, I should do it.
I say go with that. Anyway, long story short, we're gonna be back next week on Thursday on D City Life Sisters, and we're gonna be right here on this channel. Who knows what the hell we're gonna be talking about, because I don't know
We
if
don't know
Love
what's
and
gonna
Marriage DC is gonna play. I don't know what is gonna happen.
We're
So,
just here for it. Whatever
Ready to
happens, we're here
Love.
for it, guys.
Ready to Love has come to an end this season finally, and we're looking forward to Dallas. Dallas, let's just say a little prayer real quick. Dallas, please bring us some fine men to look at, more
Please.
than 2 or 3.
Thank
Please
you,
bring us some
Jesus.
intelligent women who know how to handle these said men.
Ugh.
You know what I'm saying? And let us have some real down to earth connections.
Stella.
When Dallas comes through. Okay, I literally say a real prayer for Ready to Love.
That's
you know I've
amen.
lost it. Okay,
That's on some amen right there. I'm okay with that. That's a real prayer.
Anyway, so that's all we really have to say about the show today, because anything else will be getting into a whole nother conversation
For
about
sure.
something else.
Which
So,
we're gonna save for next week because we have so much to say about other things that we haven't been able to comment on.
yes.
But we're gonna be back next week on Thursday, so I hope you join us then. Until then, be safe. Bye, guys.
I'm gonna do this in
It's a
my
weird
Tracy
wave.
voice. Peace, everybody. Peace.